and welcome to another edition of Toys from the Attic. For today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Power of the Primes Beachcomber. Now, Beachcomber is one of those characters that I remember from the original Generation 1 cartoon. He wasn't in my top 5, but I still like the character nonetheless. The episode that really stood out for me with this guy was called Gold Lagoon, where he found a kind of Shangri-La paradise that he wanted to keep hidden away from the Decepticons and the Autobots, fearing that their war would kind of destroy it, and he ended up being right in the end. Yeah, it was a kind of a sad, bittersweet ending to that episode. I would say check it out if you ever have a chance to go back and get the original box set. But anyways, about this figure here, I was kind of on the fence about getting this guy. I remember seeing him online and thinking, yeah, he does look like he would be a pretty cool figure, but I'm sure there's probably a downside to this guy. And when I saw him on the toy shelves, I picked him up, and man, I'm glad I was wrong with this guy. This is a perfect little figure right here. I mean, hands down, if I gave a rating to these guys, this guy would easily be a 10 out of 10. There's just so much I really like about this guy. I only have one negative complaint about the vehicle mode, but even that is just like a real petty nitpick. I'll get to that in a second. You can see all the nice detailing right here, especially on the chest. I love those little pistons right here, or are they supposed to be shock absorbers? I'm not really quite sure, but I just really like them right here sculpted into the chest. There's a nice little bit of sticker work on these guys too. I'm surprised that Hasbro decided to add decals like this. You can see just enough of a little paint right here on the chest to help break up a lot of that gray. There's a very nice head sculpt with that nice silver visor, and you can see his head bends very nicely side to side. There's no up and down articulation, but that's kind of okay. He has a nice ball joint right here for his shoulder, and then a ball joint for the elbow as well. And I really like how they painted the fist gray right here. That could be easily just painted blue and everything would blend in, but it just helps everything pop. There is no waist articulation, sadly, just because part of his transformation is actually in his chest right here, so that would be kind of weird to have it go side to side. He has a nice ball joint right here for his hips, a thigh swivel, and then a knee bend as well. And I really like a lot of the detailing right here on the sides. The tires are painted. Everything's really nice on this guy. And even the engine work right here for when he's in his little buggy mode. You can see how they painted the silver right here, and it really actually looks like kind of one of those little Doom buggy engines. This guy's just a really nice figure. Now, anyways, to transform this guy, we're going to actually just push his head in like this, and that's going to extend down here and even more detailing. They could have just left that flat, but nope, they added all that stuff in as well. We're going to take next his arms and move them down right here, and we're wanting to get these little tabs right in these little slots right here. All right, then we're going to put his legs together, just snap those together. And here is actually one part I am concerned about, is because this peg right here is so small and it has to fit in this hole. I'm afraid that that will break over time if you're not careful. I'm probably not going to transform this guy too much. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to keep him in robot mode mostly, just because that's the one I like the most. All right, just move this back here, and here is the little seat where you could fit any of the little Power of the Primes figures, or even any of the little Titan Masters in there, so they could actually be driving Beachcomber around. Anyways, we're going to get that right there. Move all that there, and there you go. He's in his vehicle mode. And now, as I said, I have only one little complaint about this vehicle mode, and that's I wish it was a little bit cuter. Yeah, that's it. There's really nothing else to really complain about this guy. It's a very nice vehicle mode. It rolls extremely nicely. I mean, I hardly hear anything. It moves just like butter across this table. This table isn't the flattest, so some vehicles actually just roll and come to a nice fast stop, but this guy, you can see, he just glides across the surface. I can't stop saying good things about this guy. I even like all the little detailing right here for what are supposed to be his little shock absorbers. I definitely say if you find this guy on the toy shelves, pick him up. He is definitely worth it, and you will have no regrets with this guy. Anyways, this has been a look at Transformers Power of the Primes Beachcomber.
Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please help me out by sharing, liking, or even subscribing. Comments and advice are also appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.